Intro, 2, 3, 4.
Hey guys, welcome to Plate Culture. We're so excited to share with you about Greek dinner night. My name is Lucas.
I'm Laura.
And we were the cooks-ish.
We had a lot of help this time.
We did have a lot of help. It was a good time though, and we can't wait to share with you guys. To start out, the core ingredient of any Greek dinner is the hummus and the pita. We have a separate video entirely about how to make hummus. We could put a card up somewhere, and then there's gonna be a link down below the video. The pita was an interesting thing. I had never made pita before. I've eaten tons of pita. And it honestly just felt like a regular bread recipe, but with the final cooking process being a little bit different. So you can combine the yeast, the flour, some whole wheat flour. I did half and half. You can make more whole wheat, less whole wheat, whatever you want to do for the pita. Some sugar and salt and olive oil. And then you let that rise after you've mixed that together. And then once it's risen, you're gonna knead it and then cut it into little pieces, roll it out into circles. And then the key ingredient here, the thing that makes it puff up the way that it does, is that you want to put a pizza stone in the oven, and then you want to cook it on the pizza stoves in the oven. And that having that hot surface that it's sitting on is going to make them puff up real nice. You want to flip them one time and then pull them out, and then you put them in a place where they'll stay warm for the dinner. So.
R.I.P. to the pizza stone.
Oh my gosh, we cracked a pizza stone. R.I.P. Anyway, Laura, what do you want to tell us about the Greek salad?
Yeah, so we made a Greek salad, traditional, lettuce, feta, tomatoes, olives.
Some cukes.
Olive oil, bell peppers.
Some cukes, some cucumber. Yeah, so your typical Greek salad, and then drizzled some Greek dressing on top. It was really delicious. So kind of a side note, we were planning on having our regular first course, second course, third course, but really Greek food kind of all goes together. You're having hummus and pita with your main course, with the main foods that you make, and so we just served everything at the same time other than the dessert. So this was technically our first course, was the hummus and pita and the salad, but we really just mixed it all together and it turned out incredible. So that was our first course, the hummus and pita and the Greek salad, and then we got to the main courses that we were making. I'm gonna talk about the kabobs. We can switch it up, we can get back and forth. You just talked and then I talk and then you talk and then I.
So for the second course, Lucas made some kabobs. Why don't you tell us about those?
Yeah, so they were delicious. We made it with pork shoulder. I like using pork shoulder for this because it is, honestly, because it's high in fat, and when you grill something, it's easy to dry them out. I like having, when I'm grilling something, I like having something that's higher in fat because it's harder to dry them out, and you can cook them thoroughly and still have them really delicious, really juicy on the other end. And so making these kebabs, first we marinated them for a few hours in a combination of olive oil, some dried mint leaves, oregano, lemon juice, garlic, a crushed bay leaf, and some salt and pepper. And then once those had marinated for an hour or two, then we put them onto some skewers, some metal skewers, and threw those on the grill. We had just gotten a new grill at this point in time. This is the first time using our new grill, and it was a fun time. And so we put those kebabs on the grill, grilled them until they were crispy on the outside and fully cooked on the inside, and then served those with our meal. With our meal, we had some delicious rice that Laura made.
Yes. Okay, so to make this rice, so to make the rice dish, the first step was to rinse the rice, and it said to rinse it for about 15 or 20 minutes, and they said do not skip this step. So while the rice is rinsing, I went ahead and cooked some onion, garlic, spices in a skillet, and then I added orzo pasta, and I added chicken broth, I think.
Yeah.
Was it chicken? Or
Chicken broth.
Yep. What else did I do?
While Laura remembers how she made the rice, I'm going to talk to you guys about the grape leaves. So the grape leaves, we cooked some ground lamb. We browned it on the skillet with some rice and onion, olive oil, dill, mint leaves, lemon, and salt and pepper. Then you take it off the heat and then you wrap them in these large grape leaves that you can get from your local Mediterranean supermarket. And so I found these. They're these grape leaves. So you pull them out, you unwrap them, and then you basically put a little bit of the mixture in the middle, and then you wrap them like a burrito. Oh, I didn't cook the rice. I forgot about that.
Oh.
Yeah, so I left the rice uncooked. So it was ground lamb with all those spices and then uncooked rice. Put it inside the grape leaves. You want it to be tight, but not too tight because that rice is gonna expand in the grape leaves. After that, I put them into our bamboo steamer and then steamed them for about 20 minutes. And then the rice cooked during that steaming process inside the grape leaves. Then you eat it fully with the grape leaves on it. It's delicious. It's a very classic Mediterranean dish, especially in the Greek culture, is stuffed grape leaves. Laura,
really
how'd you finish off the rice?
Once the orzo and chicken broth came to a boil, I added in the rice and stirred it up and just left it for about 10 or 15 minutes. And
let it steam up.
It steamed up. It continued to cook a little bit. And after that, added some spices, some parsley and dill. And then it was ready to be fluffed and enjoyed.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
So we basically put out all these ingredients. We had the hummus, the pita, the Greek salad, we had the kabobs, the stuffed grape leaves, the rice, we had tabbouleh. It was a whole lot of things and it was incredibly delicious. We were able to make it all. We had some good family friends over at our house.
Yeah.
And we just had a really good evening enjoying the Greek food. All right, for dessert, we passed that off to our pastry chef, Sofia. Sofia.
Cricket. Sofia is not here
Sofia
right now.
is in the great country of Finland. Quarantined currently after her flight. She's doing great, but she's not here. She's not available to talk about the dessert she made. And we were not in the kitchen because we were in the pool. So we do not know how this dessert was made. But if you want, there's a link to the recipe below this video. They were honey spice cookies. Thank you, Sofia. The cookies were delicious. We don't know how they...
Okay, that's awkward. So it looks like we have no audio for the rest of our footage. So we'll throw some B-roll of the rest of the cookie making on there for you guys so that you can see the final product. But if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We'd love for you to do that. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed the content, and we will see you guys in the next one.